Hey, what is up you guys? My name is Calamity, and today I will be showing you how to root your Nexus devices, or any devices that the tool that I've opened supports. So, first of all, I'm going to have to suggest to you to download the Nexus Root Toolkit. It's by Wugfresh. You should be able to find it on XDA developers. Uh, it isn't that hard to install. All you have to do is download a couple of files. But before you go ahead and install, you're going to have to do something with your phone first. You're going to have to go into Settings and enable Developer Options. If you guys do not know how to do that, you basically just go into Phone Stat or About Phone, scroll down to Build Number, and basically just mash it a bunch until it says you unlocked it. But as you can see here, or maybe not, it says no need, you are already a developer. So then you go into developer options and make sure OEM unlocking is enabled. It's close to the top. And then if you scroll down to debugging, make sure USB debugging is enabled. And those are two critical things for doing this. Now, what you're going to want to do is come over to the Nexus Root Toolkit. And if you haven't already, change your model and stuff, your model and build type, and click Auto Detect. If it isn't supported, I believe this will just default to any build, but if the Android version is supported, it'll pull it up right away. And as you can see, as of February 24th, 2017, build N4F26L, or I, sorry, that's an I, N4F26I is the latest supported. So, then just click Apply. It'll check everything, make sure USB debugging is enabled, and make sure all your files are up to date. And then what you're going to want to do is, with OEM unlocking enabled, go ahead and unlock your bootloader. However, this will reset your phone. So only do it if if you know you want to do this. But even if you unlock your bootloader and don't root your phone, that's fine too. But you need to unlock the bootloader to root. You can't root without unlocking the bootloader. So, I will show you here real quick. Hold on, I think my webcam adjusted a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. Here I will show you a little test that'll prove that I do not have root access. Root checker. And verify root. And here I'm going to need to pull OBS open for this. But as you can see there, it is saying I do not have root access, which is normal, right now at least, because I'm not rooted. So what I'm going to do is make sure your device is connected to your computer via whatever connector you have, whether it be micro USB or USB Type-C, and make sure Android debugging is enabled. Then click root. It will not, I believe it will not format when you root your device, but if you unroot your device, there is an option that will, by default it'll format it, but here I'm just going to show you this. Down here there's a no wipe mode if you don't want to wipe any data while unlocking. So, what you're going to want to do is, when you're ready, click root. You can go ahead and read through this if you want. And then it'll start the rooting process, as you can see here on my screen. And now it is turning off the phone and booting into the bootloader. And sorry that this is upside down for you guys, but here, you know what I can do is flip it around. Yeah, you should be able to read that. And then now it'll set everything up. And what I did with custom recovery, that's optional, but I like doing it because it adds a little bit more functionality to the device. So, as you can see right here, it's booting into TWRP, TWRP, or the Team Win Recovery Project, which is that custom recovery. So this will basically make it easier, well, not easier. It's a prettier way of installing custom operating systems and other stuff. As you can see here, it'll probably start doing stuff in a little bit. Pushing root files to your device. It is not showing anything on the screen, but that's fine, because if you can read back here, there is stuff going on. And again, that's normal. Just leave it. This process will take quite a bit. And there, it is rebooting again. Now it is in the bootloader, which is like, I believe, I may be wrong here, but I believe it's like the BIOS of Android devices, or the basic input-output system. It basically handles all input and output on boot up. And now, as you can see, it is going back into TWRP. Now I believe it is pushing, no, now it is actually rooting the device. It'll wait for there you go. Now it'll start flashing everything over to the phone. And there it's waiting for the device, which means that now it's just transferring files and actually doing the work. But yeah, if you guys couldn't tell already, this is for the Nexus 5X. And if you guys can tell, my screen is a little yellow, and I'm sorry about that, but I'm using Flux, which is an application that tweaks the blue light levels of your computer depending on what time it is. I'm not sponsored by them either, but I like it because if you have problems sleeping at night, it can help. Especially if you're a big device user. There's also, this is normal, what you're seeing on the phone. This is just saying that your bootloader is unlocked, and it can't check for corruption, which should be fine. Because if your device gets corrupted, you can just come here into the Nexus root toolkit, and click soft brick/boot loop, and flash stock, and I believe that should fix it. Now, I say should because I've never experienced corruption to that level on my phone, but your results may vary. So here it'll take quite a bit to boot up, but there you can just hear it connected. So now it should be done here when it boots up. There we go. Android. There. Okay. Now it should be rooted, but first, of course, you're going to have to go ahead and unlock the device. That way it can actually talk with it. I believe that's aligned properly. Yes, that is indeed. Now, what I'm going to do is pull something up. It's an app that should be installed when you root, and it's called BusyBox. Here I will try and, whoop, there we go. Now it should be aligned, but there, that you can just X out of that, come down here, and click install on BusyBox. Sorry if this is really low resolution, but just take my word for it. Now exit out, and now I will pull up root check again. And now my phone screen is yellow because I'm using Flux on here as well. Sorry about that again, guys. Verified root. And then there, I already can tell it's working because there was a super user request. I'll show you what a super user request looks like here in a bit. But there you go. Now it's showing that it is rooted right there. And now what I'm going to do is show you what a super user request looks like. Here, if I can get one. Whoops. I forgot. I have super users set to automatically allow it to certain apps. So I will come into super user, have it ask for permission on, I don't know, I'll do root checker prompt check. Now I will clear out of that, pull this back up again. Whoops, never mind, I have to clear out of that. And there. That is a prompt, a super user prompt. You can set it to automatically ask again. Whoops. It timed out right there. Sorry about that. But you can have it ask again, or you can have it permanently say, yes, you have root access. But with rooting, a lot of things become possible that weren't previously possible, and that includes flashing custom operating systems, such as Paranoid Android or CyanogenMod. But you can also do other things like screen recording, and I don't know, browse the file structure of your phone with like ES File Explorer, and use other programs such as Flux. Now again, I am not affiliated with them in either way, I just like their program, and I think you guys would too. So, with that being said, thank you for watching this video, guys. Make sure to hit that like button if I helped you, and if you didn't, well, don't, and make sure to subscribe for more information and other tutorials and gaming videos. I will leave a link to the Nexus Root Toolkit down below, as well as the Paranoid Android website in case you do want to flash a custom operating system. That will be all for this time, guys, and I will see you all later. If you guys were wondering, this is the current supported device list for the Nexus Root Toolkit, and as you can see, basically all of the Nexus devices are supported. So again, I hope this video helped you. Leave a like if you want to, and subscribe for more information.